an act of giving up something that is valued for the sake of something else regarded as more important or more worthy. Today, as you set out to achieve, pursue, and conquer your goals, ask yourself this question: what am I willing to sacrifice?
Inspire me to be the highest me, mommy motivation.
Hello everyone, I thank you for joining us for another video. I am Dr. Z. I share resources, strategies, tips, and tools for the home mom, work mom, and mom to be, from blending 10 plus years of teaching with now homeschooling. I hope that by sharing my lessons, you are inspired to gain some tool to add to your toolkit. I thank you guys for being here. If you've been with us, I hope that you have indeed gained something of value that you can use in your own planning and as you go forth and pursue your goals. If you've missed anything, as usual, I will link in the info card above, as well as in the description box below. You can find every step of the way to this series. A question that I really hope that you will pose to yourself today and in your quiet time, which is, what am I willing to sacrifice? For the season that I am in right now, what am I willing to sacrifice? There have been many sacrifices with homeschooling my children. They have been hard sacrifices, but I would not let go and change those sacrifices, because I know that in the pursuit of everything that I was doing in my life, I'm really clear about this. And so in getting that clarity, that was from renewing my mind. So now I can begin to drive my life and position myself for the things that I may not know, the answers I may not have. I want us to do a little bit of an activity. It's really how I came up with what I call my core 4. It is thinking about what are those core value systems that help me to say, what am I willing to sacrifice and what am I not willing to give up or to deny at the expense of losing something that is of value to me. I want you to just take a sheet of paper, if you're able to at this time, or when you are able to, and I want you to make a list of the things that you do value. So things like health may be on there, influence may be on there for people, freedom, career, money, family, relationships, your faith, your spirituality or religion. So kind of just make a list of your values, okay? Now I want you to just imagine if you were on a plane, and as you were riding and on that plane, you hear the pilot announce to the passengers that the plane it's at capacity and that we are getting ready to experience an emergency landing because there is too much weight on the plane. And so we've got to unload and let go of some of the things that are on the plane in order to make sure everyone lands safely. And what if he told you to take that list and imagine if all of those values were in a luggage or a suitcase and you had to release some of those and let them go, throw them out of the plane, okay? What would be the things on that list that you would say, I've got to let this go? I would be willing to forsake that or to sacrifice that or to give that up. And then what are your core 4? The 4 things on that list that you say, this is most important to me. This matters to me more than anything. This is my makeup, my value system. And when you look at those 4 core, I want you to take the time to really think about it, okay? Because it's very important that you're clear on what it is for you, because it's going to look different for everyone depending on your life and where you are in the season you're in. And so after you've determined your core 4, get your 4 down, kind of circle them, get really clear that this is what my core 4 is. I want you to ask yourself the question, does my life reflect that these are the 4 things that I value? I put an intentional pause there because I really want you to think about it. So when I think about myself, if I said, for example, that my family was at one of my core 4, and I'm going to have to sacrifice some things, and I have to determine what it is that I have to sacrifice in order to make that a priority. And it's important to know that no matter what, there's something that you're sacrificing, because we're all given the same amount of time. So something is being let go or being put to the side as something else is being attended to. If you're clear about what that is, then you have a sense if you're really lining up with your core 4. for. Daily, if I'm saying that I'm sacrificing something, that's not easy. That's going to come sometimes with discomfort. It's going to come with shifts and adjustments, with flexibility. But I'm saying that's my core 4. So I've got to prepare my mind, which was at the beginning of our series, to be able to get to a place where I can be accepting of the things that I said are of value to me and line up with them. I have to spend time renewing my mind and getting prepared to say, in this season, this may be the thing I'm sacrificing. It may not look like this next season, but in the time that I'm allotted now, this is my focus. And that is where we get into drive, where we talked about having a destination, knowing where you want or had desire to end up, learning and researching the things that you need to know, which become your actionable goals, being able to see what's in my hands, what do I already have and I possess, having a clear understanding of, does this line up against that core 4, and then the evidence of it, having and putting those things in place so that I can see the results and the outcome. I navigate my life from the center being the core 4, and those things that I'm saying I am going to sacrifice and make sacrifices for, and then having the other things be things that I say, nah, and giving yourself voice to say no, and realizing that that's not a form of rejection, but a form of embracing what matters most to you. I am rooting you on. I am cheering you on to be able to pursue the things that you were destined to do and to be in your life, with perspective, with wisdom and guidance from God along the way. Just give me one word that you're holding on to, something that you are saying, I am going to be intentional about this thing, or this was something that I gained. I thank you all for watching. Again, I want to tell you that if you're interested in the resources that we have talked about, I will be offering for a limited time though this free super pack of our Plan With Me series. Be sure to check the description box under our free downloads. As always, you can feel free to like, share, subscribe, and continue to follow us on our journey. We appreciate you, and have a blessed day of planning and pursuing all that has already been designed for your life.
Mommy motivation.